Well, hello to my fans, all my followers. Kind of put up a question the other day because I saw a couple of videos on YouTube and I saw a couple of well, I heard a couple of podcasts, and it seems like it's a popular topic. So I kind of just wanted to bring it up on my Instagram. Is also rated our reviews. If you guys want to follow me, feel free. Um, so yeah, I put up a question saying, "What are the most overrated Marvel movies?" Overrated, as in you saw the movie, people said it was the best shit in the world. I'm talking about it was the greatest thing that Jesus ever allowed someone to have written, or any God that you may believe in, allowed somebody to create. And you saw the movie and you were like, oh, this is garbage. That was the question I presented. I got a couple of answers which I do not agree with. And then I got a couple of answers that I'm like, yep, you're right on the fucking money.
Graffiti decorations under a sky of dust. A constant wave of tension on top of broken trust. The lessons that you taught me, I learned were never true.
Okay, what's up? So, a couple of people, like I said before, I put this up on my Facebook, and a couple of people have deemed their opinions of the most overrated Marvel movie ever, that people thought was the greatest thing under the sun. And you really, when you saw it, you were like, "This, it was not up to par." That's the way I'm gonna say it, because everybody like movie creations, art, and stuff like that. It's all subjective to the individual person. Like you might like musicals and I don't like musicals, and you might hate action movies, but I love the action movies. But then there's some movies that are in between that overlap and blah 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 blah. So anyway, so for a few of my people, um, and I told I'll give some shout outs. I'm not gonna give any last names. I'm gonna give first names if anything. So I'm gonna start with an old friend of mine named Andre. Andre said uh, Thor Ragnarok. And he put exclamation points for Thor Ragnarok. He specifically said, it tried too hard to be a comedy. To top it off, it wasn't the least bit funny, and the Hulk sounded like a damn fool. That was his review on Thor Ragnarok. Now, my opinion on Thor Ragnarok is a little different. Yeah, it definitely try to be too funny. They try to stick in way too many jokes, but some jokes were funny. Some parts were funny. The Hulk overall acting like a little pissed off kid. It was like it's kind of, it's out of this. It's not my Hulk. It's I didn't like it at all whatsoever. But then when he was fighting and everything, then it was fantastic. It was great. I loved it because I know Hulk to be a raging monster that later develops more of a Bruce Banner. But even Bruce Banner doesn't act like a kid. Like he'll say a couple of jokes here and there, but he's not gonna act like a kid. So it's just weird. So I'm in partial agreement about Thor Ragnarok being overrated. Thanks, Andre, for that one. Next person up. Let's continue the bitch fest over here, and I don't mean bitch by as in degrading my people who got at me on Facebook. I mean bitching as in complaining. Okay. Some words have more than one meaning, kids. Okay, one of my boys, named Arturo, he gave two. One I do not agree with at all, and one I agree with completely. He said Black Panther was overrated. Now, Black Panther, I'm gonna say Black Panther I've seen four times. I saw it once in the theater, and then three times. Well, one time I mean one time on bootleg, but it was it was after I saw it in theaters, and then twice on actually on demand. Well, I actually bought the movie. So Black Panther for me is not overrated. It was a great movie all the way through and through. It had a solid story, solid acting, great special effects, a great villain. Michael B. Jordan damn near stole the movie. If he would have had about maybe 10 more minutes of screen time, I think he would have stolen that movie from everybody. He definitely had the great one-liners, where he just said, "Treat me like my ancestors, or like my ancestors. I'd rather I'd rather die in the ocean than live under bondage." And I thought that right there sold me on the entire movie, and the whole movie was good all the way through. Anyway, there wasn't really any bad parts about Black Panther. I really love that movie, and for me, it surpassed the hype because it was smarter, way smarter than what I thought it was gonna be. Then Arturo goes on to say that Iron Man 3 was overrated. Iron Man 3, also by my friend Jason, also by my friend Jarius, and also by my friend Giovanni. They all said Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3, uh, yeah. Iron Man 3 is overrated, overbloated. It was written stupidly. It had great special effects. But the fact that they messed up the Mandarin twice in the same movie, they messed up the Mandarin. Then they gave what's her name, Pepper Potts, the Mandarin powers, and then she's about to die, and all of a sudden she doesn't, and then he gives out the address where he lives. Like it was absolutely stupid. The whole thing was stupid. I really hated Iron Man 3, almost all the way through. The best thing about Iron Man 3 is the kid, the relationship that Tony Stark had with the kid when Tony Stark was trying to come back and rebuild and blah 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 blah. And some of the special effects were great. Besides that, the story sucked. Some of the acting from the villains was garbage. The whole thing that such a great actor like Ben Kingsley would be like, "Oh, sorry, I'm an actor. I'm not really the Mandarin. I'm just playing a character. You know what I'm saying? I just do it for money. I'm an actor." It's like, come on, yo. Everybody I know in the theater at the same time went, "What the fuck?" Like it was a bad movie. And I think Iron Man 3 made $1 billion because people fell for the hype. You know, even though Robert Downey Jr. did great in that movie, but it was Iron Man 2 was weak and too short, and Iron Man 3 was badly written and made very bad decisions with characters. So yeah, Iron Man 3 I believe is it's up there with the most overrated movie. Too funny. Another Iron Man 3. My boy Hector, my one of my Florida friends, which I only got like four now. He also said Iron Man 3 was horrible and Thor Ragnarok was decent. Should have been Planet Hulk. I agree with that, Hector. Oh, yeah, a friend of mine named Caprice. Caprice came out. I'm not going to change so many angles. I don't have that many angles in the freaking thing, sorry. But yeah, my boy Caprice came out. He was like, the Captain America was overrated. Caprice, how fucking dare you, my friend? How dare you, son? Oh, man. Captain America had maybe like two or three scenes that were shot weird, or they were odd or whatever. I thought Captain America was great. Actually, I think Captain America, the trilogy, Captain America Winter Soldier, and then Civil War, I think those three movies right there are the best. It is the best trilogy that Marvel created, that Marvel developed and released, because it just is. All three of them have great stories. All three of them have strong characters, have good villains, uh, and they all had just like fantastic outcomes that led to a much bigger story. Like it was like Captain America was a good movie, then Winter Soldier was a great movie, and then Civil War was an even greater movie that led to greater advances, um, and all great villains, everything. So I mean, Captain America was the weakest of the three, I guess. I can definitely say that, but still a great beginning, a great origin story to come off of. Uh, let's go to some of my people who answered me on Instagram. Ooh. All right, so this camera angle is going to be more like a little vlogging type of thing. Oh, look at the gigantic mess. I was reading and messing around with stuff and through things anyway. All right, so the most overrated Marvel movie. A few more people have come up with a couple of answers here. My boy Victor said that Age of Ultron, that means Avengers 2, Age of Ultron was overrated. I don't think it was overrated. I think from the beginning, a lot of people knew it was going to be a bit weak, and when they saw it, they were like, "Man, it was kind of the weaker one." Had a good story, decent villain. The villain, I think, was trying to be too funny sometimes, and that's kind of the problem with some of the Marvel movies. They try to be too comedic when they should actually be more serious and let the comedy just write itself type of scenario. But I mean, the Russo brothers got that down pat because some of the stuff they've done, uh, the little jokes here and there is like the right peppermint of laughter throughout the actual movie itself, of jokes. Um, so yeah, so Victor, Age of Ultron, I don't think it was ever overrated. I think it's a decent movie. It's perfectly fine to watch. I don't think it was the best Marvel had to offer by any means necessary, and I don't think I know anyone else who actually thought it was the best movie. Period. Um, so yeah. And then last but not least, you guys know him from well, he's Lee Boy. He's check out his channel. Just go under Lee Boy. That's him now, right now. Um, Lee Boy told me that he thinks Avengers, the first Avengers, the original Avengers from 2012, is the most overrated Marvel movie. Lee Boy, we people, we brothers, and I respect your opinion on so many different things, and I have a lot of honor and respect for you because you know your stuff when it comes to it. But I have to highly disagree with you on this Avengers, the first Avengers thing. I don't think it's overrated at all. I think it's rated perfectly where it's at. It should be actually be given some more respect because it was the movie that finally assembled all these characters that people have loved for years and introduced them. Like, no one knew who Iron Man really was until 2008, unless you were a comic book fanatic, a comic book nerd. But a lot of people didn't know he was until Robert Downey Jr. kind of brought him out to the forefront in that damn near perfect movie called Iron Man. I think Iron Man, the first movie itself, was directed, written, and just done damn near perfectly. Period. You know, and for Avengers, that was done by Josh Whedon. I think he had the perfect balance of superhero sharing screen time, of the story being told properly, of jokes being told, of fight scenes compared to character developing scenes, and then kind of mixing in everything there. And then come on, Loki's performance throughout the whole movie was awesome. The Hulk was awesome. When he turned around and said, "Yo, you wanna know my secret? Is I'm always angry." He turns around and punches the crap out of that freaking flying thing. Was awesome. Um, the entire ending where uh the nuclear missile into the space hole, right at freaking one of Thanos' ships. I thought that was great. When he started falling back, I thought it was great. I mean, I'm just to let you guys know, because of your guys' suggestions, I took a little time to make this video to go back and rewatch almost all of these movies, because I saw Black Panther for the fourth time like 3 weeks ago. I saw Avengers 2 nights ago. I didn't want to see Age of Ultron because I knew that wasn't going to be picked. I'm never seeing Iron Man 3 ever again. I saw it twice, and I saw it once in theaters and once like a year later, and it's whatever. I'll never see it again. So yeah, I have to disagree with the Avengers movie. I think Avengers is one of the best. Um, for me, in my opinion, probably top five of all the 22 Marvel movies released. It's definitely in the top five. So I don't think it's overrated. I think it's rated just fine, but it has to be given the respect that it was the movie that brought them all together in a great way. In a great way. Not like Justice League, but we're not going to get into Justice League. Anyway, so guys, for me, in my opinion, the most overrated movie is Iron Man 3. That movie was absolutely atrociously written. It was so sad that it was that bad. If people liked it, congratulations. I want you to love the movies you guys like, but it was not for me. My next video, if you guys want to leave comments down below, is going to be what is the worst DC movie you have seen that was made and released. Whether it's the DCEU, animated movie, movie from the 80s, the 90s, I think I know who's going to win. And yeah, I'm Ray from Rated R Reviews. Thank you very, very much. Peace out, one love, subscribe, and that bottle right there, I'll just show you guys. I don't want anybody thinking it's lotion. It's actually biofreeze. Biofreeze. Professional. Vanishing scent for arthritis, back pain, sore muscles, and joints. Let me tell you, us old people, we need this to get up in the morning and not die. It's like outside Tylenol.